This is what happens if you leave your products inside. Lucky that I didn't leave it inside the machine.
What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to make a new video and discussing on how do I maintain my vending machines, how do I take care of my vending machines, how do I make them last longer. So I'm gonna discuss a little bit of how I do my stuff, how I clean them, how do I maintain them, the fridge part, how do I maintain the fridge part, you know, the cold systems, all those things, so they can get very dirty and that can cause some problems. But first, before we continue, please do in fact check your manual guide for your vending machines. Once you do buy them, they all come with their own, you know, how to repair, how to maintenance guide, before making any assessments on if you want to use my tricks or how do I maintain my vending machines in today's video, so you don't break any of your stuff. But yeah, so let's get into this. Okay, so first key thing, why you should, you know, maintain your vending machines, clean them. I think the priority here, of course, it is, you know, to maintain your machine for long periods of time so they don't break. But one of the main reasons is you don't want to have a machine that's full of dirt, full of bad stuff, and you know, you just won't sell. You know, people that see vending machines, they're clean, you know, clean vending machines, everything that's properly in place, people will automatically say that this is a nice place where I can buy food and stuff like that, you know, like any other place. Clean place will make a customer come back every time, and it will also assure a level of confidence in your products, so that you do take care of your products, you do take care of your machines. So that has to do a lot. So right now, in this video, I'm gonna show you one of my first things I do once I start cleaning the vending machines, and we'll show you on vending machine location number 1.
This is basically the easiest part. I'm sure everybody already does this, but you know, just a reminder that it's always important to clean this front part. It's what customers see every single time they're gonna buy some stuff. Important to clean the keypad as well, the credit card reader, that can get you know, bacteria build up in there as well. One of the things I was eager to change for a long time was actually these price stickers. Well, they didn't really have stickers in general. They had like some sort of a little plastic tab that just hooked on the tray, and it stayed in there. But I prefer the stickers because, you know, just peel off, put on, and that's it. Sometimes even when you do buy a machine, they already come with, you know, pre-installed stickers or price tags. Do keep in mind that when you do change the price stickers or, you know, the price labels on your vending machine, make sure that the stickers and the numbers are visible. You know, if you do have some older people buying, you know, in the machines, they do need, you know, to see a little bit better. So having bigger numbers can be beneficial, and people don't have to squint or zoom in too much to look how much it costs. So that can help your customers a lot and boost your sales. Actually, I've seen the difference. Now at location number 2, I'm gonna show you guys a key thing that you're gonna be able to do in order to remove as much as you can the dust and the gunk from the trays, and just do a deep clean as well, and also to remove the prices because those ones, they don't work anymore. So let's say in this instance you want to clean the bottom of the tray, you know, not just the spiral coils, but you know, all the way up to the back part of the tray. You can't really do that without pulling too much on the coils, and that can push a lot on the motors, and you can break, you know, the motor adapter. I'm gonna put a small picture here of what the motor adapter really is, so you can get a good idea that it's a very fragile piece. So you have to remove the coils in order to, you know, not push it too much, so you can properly clean the, you know, the whole tray. So how do we go about doing that? It's fairly easy. So depending on where your coil is, you either have to turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise. In this case, it was anti-clockwise. And there's gonna be a little piece of metal that's gonna extrude from the coil, and you have to align that piece of metal with the hole on the adapter. I'm gonna put a small picture here of what I'm talking about, but basically both of those pieces need to align in order for the coil to just pull itself out. And it's fairly easy. It pulls itself out fairly easy, no need to push too much. Make sure to actually not to push too much, because it could, you could rip it out. It's a very fragile piece. So try not to push it out too much, because if not, you're gonna break it. If you do break it, they're pretty cheap. They go about 75 cents, $1, depending on which machine you have. But they're pretty cheap, so no need to worry. But still, they're a pretty hassle, so if you do break it, you do have to, leave no product there, because the motor's not gonna work. And after that, we can clean easily. You can put a wet rack on it, and then a dry one, and that's it. You remove the gunk, you remove the dust, and it cleans very, very well. And now, if you wanna put it back in this case, this machine, you have to pull out the little white thing I'm pulling out. So you have to pull out. So the white thing you see behind the coil, that's the actual motor. So in this machine, you need to pull it up in order for it to fit the coil in both sides. So you have to push in the coil inside the little turning wheel there. And of course, you have to align the extruding part from the coil and the exit, the hole on the adapter. So the coil and the adapter need to align, and you just gotta push it a tiny little bit, and the coil should fit in there. As you can see, I'm struggling just a little bit, but it is fairly easy. And once you were able to put it inside, you're going to just turn it, in this case anti-clockwise or clockwise, in order to secure the coil inside the motor. And that's it. And now you can just fill your machine back up with the necessary products that you need to put in. For this next part, please do remember to switch off your vending machines, because we are going to be working on them in the back part. Make sure that everything is off, because it's very, very important.
Alright, so now we've cleaned the outside part of the vending machine. Simple stuff, I know a lot of you already do this, but I just wanted to show you exactly how I did it. We've also changed some prices. We've added new stickers on it. And yeah, so like I said before, try to clean as much as you can on inside of the coils by removing them, by twisting it, and make sure not to pull it too much, because you can damage the motor adapter, which is one of the coils I'll show you in just a couple seconds. But yeah, so clean there. Make sure to remove all the dust, all the gunk that's collected with pulling the products there, so the products have a clean place where you can dispense them. And yeah, it's simple stuff, guys. I know some of you already know this, but this is basically what I do. And also, it is kind of a reminder as well, so don't forget to clean your vending machines, because it is very important to leave your vending machines very clean. So now we're gonna go to the second part, which is cleaning the cold air components on the vending machines. So please, before doing this, make sure to check your guide for your vending machines, so you don't ruin anything. Check your guide, make sure that everything that we're going to talk about on this video you can in fact do, so you don't ruin your vending machines at all, because I am not a qualified technician. I'm just showing exactly my opinion of what I do for cleaning. But yeah, let's get on it. So now we're going to go to location number 2, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do to pull the vending machine. We're going to go on the inside part, so it's going to be, for this one, it's located at the back of the vending machine. So we have to move the vending machine, and we have to access the cold air components on the back of the vending machine by removing the metal rack at the front. So we're going to start with that, so let's get into it.
Awesome. So now, once you're able to move the machine to a comfortable place where you're able to access the back part, I will also suggest to warn the owner or the person who's in charge at the business currently that you're going to be servicing the machine at the back part. So if, like, let's say clients, they want to buy something or they want to do something with the machine, they can advise them that it's being serviced at the moment and that it will be back and running in just a few minutes. Also, make sure that you've disconnected the power cord, because that's going to be very important as well. For this particular machine, the compressor and the radiator are found at the back of the machine behind this metal panel here. Sorry about the noise. If you can hear that, it's the ice machine. It's not my machine. As you can see, mine, we've completely turned it off. So in order to remove this, you'll just need to remove 4 little screws found on each side of this metal panel. So just getting our toolbox, any tool can work. Just gotta find the right shape of it's a star shaped screw. So just gotta find the right shape, and yeah, that's it. It removes itself pretty easy afterwards, and yeah, as you can see, it is pretty dirty. Also, make sure to keep your screws right next to you so you don't lose them afterwards. You can put it right next, and yeah, so we'll start cleaning this machine. As you can see, it is fairly dirty. Let me just turn off my lamp, and we'll get into this. While I was cleaning it, I tripped over my toolbox and everything fell off. Oh, I hate when this happens. Well, things happen. I'm gonna have to start searching every single little piece in this mess to take back. As you can see from now, I've been able to remove a lot of dirt and gunk and dust, mostly from the back part of the machine. It is pretty filthy. It does collect a lot of dust and dirt, mostly when the place has carpets like this hotel does, which is totally normal. But that's why you have to remove this as much as you can, clean all the sides, get into the real grit of it. Yes, it's gonna be nasty, but it is worth it, if you do want to keep your compressor or your radiator working properly for a long time. Alright, and we're all done with that. It's looking shiny, it's looking less messy. Also, make sure to take a look at your that metal panel that is that divides the cold components from the outside of the machine, because that's where the air comes from. That's where the machine takes the air from and it turns it into cold air. And now we're just gonna put the metal panel back in, and that's it. All done with that. Also, make sure that once you're done, clean your station, clean the place where you worked in, so you don't leave a mess for the business owner or for your client. And that's it. So once you're all done, you're gonna turn the machine on. For mine, it's at the bottom there. Wait a couple more minutes, and the card reader should start booting itself up. And also, you're gonna wait just a couple more minutes after that, and you're gonna be all fine. Machine is running well, and we are all done for this one. I also wanted to add this little section in the video, just to show exactly what will happen if you don't clean the trays on your vending machines. It is pretty disgusting. So I don't know if you can see here, it's kind of sticky. So this is due because of sometimes these chips, they leave some oil in here. So this is what you see here. So it's important to at least clean it out, whenever you can, so it doesn't get disgusting, and so it stays clean. Alright, so these are the types of motor adapters that I was talking about. So you have different types. So this is mostly the usual ones that you can find on majority of vending machines. This is another one, and this one is, I would say, the most unusual one you can find. But basically the coil it doesn't really wrap up around this whole wheel, because it doesn't have anything much. It just has a tube in here. So basically the coil just goes in here. And I don't know if you remember on the video, so I said that there's a protruding part of metal on the coil that usually goes on this side of the motor adapter. So instead of having this hole here, it just has the little hole in here, which is just gonna go in here, and once it turns, it's just gonna turn like this in order to dispense the product by itself. So here we have a better look at the coin dispenser. This one is a pretty old model. It's the Coinco brand. I don't know if you can see that there. These are still really good models, very good versions. How much they will like how much will they cost in terms of a used one, I would say $250, $300, depending on how many changes you want to see here. Now, let's say if you do have any problems with this type of coin dispenser, and let's say you're having problems with the machine not identifying what type of coin it is fairly simple to interchange these parts. The sensor that recognizes the coin is in this part of the machine itself. So the only thing you have to do is just replace this thing. This is just to, to store the coins. This will differentiate every single one of them, and then we'll put it in each hole. It's a very simple system, and this is why it still works to this day. And you will find a lot of vending machines, they still use this type of dispenser because it's a fairly simple dispenser. It works fine, and you'll never encounter much errors. The only error I've encountered for this one was just the sensor itself. After using, the machine was like 15 years old, the one I have on the snack one, and the sensor just wasn't working. So I took this one back and they gave me a new one. You can actually get, for my Montreal viewers, you can actually get this part replaced. And if this part does not work, you can take him back, and you can have a credit. If you do take the old one back, you can have a credit for the new one. So for my viewers in Montreal, you can take it to André Labbé. I'm gonna put it here, the title of the company that does that. So it's called André Labbé. So if you can take it there, and they'll give you the credit for that. So in order to remove this, what you do is there's a little tab here, and it just pops itself out. It's basically that simple. Pull this tab out, pops itself out, and that's it. Now, here's the other just small complicated part. You'll see that there's a connector here. All you have to do, carefully just disconnect this one here. Put it like this. Here you'll see that these things are also blocking it. So you're gonna put it down again, and you're just gonna take it like this, and it pops out really, really easy. And that's it. And so if you do want to replace these types of coin sensors, it takes 10 seconds to remove the coin sensor, and you'll be able to buy a new one, and even give this one for credit for my Montreal viewers for the new one. So that's if you have a problem with the sensor. Sensor is mostly located here, guys, by the way. Now, for cleaning the sensors on the coin dispenser, what do I usually use? Me personally, what I do is I only use paper. Do not use it with wet wipe, or do not wet the paper, or do not use any liquids in order to clean the sensor. In my personal opinion, I've had problems in the past where I've cleaned it with my with a wet wipe, and after a while it didn't work properly, and I had to replace it. So in order to avoid those issues, make sure to clean it with a dry cloth or a dry wipe. Basically, you're gonna do just pull this here, take the paper. So these holes here, these are the sensors. So basically what they do is, if I remember correctly, is they do shine light like a laser, or something like a type of laser, and so they can calculate the weight of the coin, the circumference, and like that they can know exactly if it's a quarter, a dime, or a nickel. Or in general, in Canada, 25 cents, 5 cents, and 10 cents. But yeah, that's it. Make sure there's no dust, no gunk here, and the holes are pretty visible. The rest of the components, you can, easily just clean them with a wet wipe. You can use whatever products you wish, as long as you remove as much dust as possible. And yeah, it's that fairly simple. And for the coin dispenser, as you can see here, it is fairly dirty. There's a lot of dust here, so as easy as can be, just clean it. Make sure you remove the dust a little bit from the inside, and if you can as well, remove anything that might be blocking the coins from getting dispensed. Because here is where the coins go out to give the change. So if something's blocking this, the customer will not get the appropriate change. So make sure that all of these parts are completely unblocked and that nothing is protruding from there.
Alright guys, and that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had more ideas on how to clean your vending machines. A reminder of always leave your vending machines clean. It is very important to clean your operating space for selling, because those vending machines do count as an operating space for selling the product, so they need to be clean. You don't want to get anyone sick. And also at the same time, hope this guy can help you by helping you guys maintain your vending machines lasting a long time before buying a brand new one, because brand new ones can cost these days about $3,000, $4,000 Canadian, and that doesn't even include the credit card reader or the coin dispenser. So please, take a look at that. And yeah, and also I just wanted to say thanks a lot for 100 subscribers. I know we're at 98 right now, but I think at the end of this video, I'm gonna be hitting 100. So thanks a lot again, guys, for the support and everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we're gonna get this community going as strong as possible to help anyone else wanting to operate or start a vending machine business in Canada. So thanks a lot, and have a nice one. To the next one. Peace.